everybody, Deuce the Wild One here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the piston shifters and how I met our national enforcer. So I met my national enforcer. He came down to see me just because he was looking to fuck off one weekend. And, me and him talked for several years. Never met in person, but he came from New Hampshire, which is a couple-hour drive, but not too far. He came down to see me. And we hung out for a while. This is Mr. Devon Thompson. And he was the one that suggested to me about starting the piston shifters up again. And the one that kept egging me on about it. The one I agreed to about doing it. People wanted to join. So, people did join. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about how he became national enforcer. So Devon and I were hanging out for a whole weekend. This was back in early April of 2025, just before the club started back up again. And Devon, he was always. We went to a few places. We went to a couple restaurants locally. Introduced him to like the area. Went to a museum around the area. And Devon was always kind of, right beside me, man. I didn't ask for any. I don't need no protection. I don't ask for any protection. I can handle my own. But Devon was always there, right beside me. Always, right behind me. Walking around and shit. And I remember this one particular night. It was, I think it was Saturday night, the night before Devon left to go back home. We went over to this little small bar here in Fleetwood, PA, and it's called Homer's. And Devon and I and my old man went over there. Because I was telling about, because there's a video of me on Instagram. I threw this guy out of this bar one time, like physically had to throw him out. And Devon loved it. He's like, hey man, I got to go to that bar with you. So I'm like, all right, let's go over to the bar. We went over to the bar together with the old man. And Devon and I were, partying, drinking beers, listening to the old country outlaw tunes and shit, having a good old time. And this guy was there. And he was like this little dude, a lot shorter than us. He was this little turd, but he had this fucking mullet. And he was walking around the bar, asking people to rub his head and shit. I rubbed his head to make him my little pet, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pet a guy's head, if he wants to be a pet, make him a fucking pet, We were all laughing at him, right? This guy must have liked me. I don't know if he's queer or whatever he was. I mean, if he was, so be it. I don't care if he was, but he wasn't leaving me alone. He was all over me, and he was all over everybody in the bar. He was going around to every single person in this damn bar. He wanted to talk to Devon, or my dad, really. But he did a little bit, but not very much. But he kept coming back over to me, and I'm like, he put a song on the jukebox. He come over to me, and he goes, I put this song on, blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that, boys. I had to leave for a second. But, so yeah, we were in the bar, Homer's. This guy was like wanting to rub everybody to rub his head and stuff, had this whole backstory and everything. I don't know what the hell his deal was, but he wouldn't leave me alone. He wouldn't leave anybody in the bar alone. And Devon was with me, and he came over. This dude came over, and he's like, oh, I put this song on. Every time my song come on, I go, dude, you know what? I really don't give a fuck what you put on. I really don't care. Just leave us alone. We want to sit here and have a nice, peaceful night, drinking our beers. Just fuck off, Just leave me alone. Leave my friend alone. Leave my old man alone. Leave us alone. And there's a couple other my friends there that are outside of the club. And they aren't involved with it. And by the way, I'm just like, fuck off, And he kept fucking off, but he kept coming back over and shit. And Devon was he was just getting pissed more and more. Devon wasn't saying much, and when Devon gets quiet, you don't want to fuck with Devon. He's like me, you don't want to fuck with him. When we get quiet, it's pretty much, it's time to leave. Finally, this fucking dude got on both of our nerves, and Devon was more on his nerves than I was. And Devon goes, hey man, it's time for you to fuck off. And the guy goes, what? He goes, it's time for you to fuck off. And he goes, he looks at Devon, he looks at me, he goes, oh, long hair here, because Devon had long hair at the time. He goes, long hair, big man here. He's getting pissed off, he says. And I go, yeah, he is. And Devon steps right in front of me. Devon is over 6 foot tall man. Fucking steps in front of me. He's 350 pounds. And he fucking has his brass knuckles out in the bar. I'm like, just like sitting there, like, I don't need help, I don't ask for help, but I'm just sitting there with my arms folded, just watching this, and this little dude with this little mullet is standing there in front of him, and Devon puts his fucking fist up to the guy's fucking face with the brass knuckles on. He goes, I told you to fuck off, what part of that don't you get? He goes, leave him the fuck alone. He's like walking towards this guy, and this guy's backing up with fucking, like, he looks like a deer in headlights. All of a sudden, we don't see this guy anymore. He must have ran out the back door of the bar. I don't know if he paid his tab or not. He walked out of the back door of the bar. And that was the last we seen of him. And we had a good night, and we were laughing about it, and drank a lot more beer. And that was the first time I ever met Devon Thompson, and that's why I made him the new enforcer of the piston shifters. So that's a little story for you. All right, everybody, deuce to wild one out.